Hello, Bulldogs. I am here with Lisa Nugent from the Single Parents Network, and today we're going to talk about how the Single Parents Network was created.
So the Single Parent Network was created by Dr. Ruth Boyd to connect single parents that are on campus so that they can have additional resources, be able to reach out to each other, and have that definitive, not club, but definitive group that they can rely on each other.
And what would you say the mission for SPN on campus would be?
The mission is, as like I said just a minute ago, is to network, get together and find other single parents that are here and be able to maybe even have them rely on each other a little bit, depending on the children's age and depending on what your classes are, but be able to do activities together just to kind of reform that bond.
What resources are available for single parents here on campus?
Right now, we're actually about to open the Bulldog Food Pantry. It starts today at 5 o'clock. Students are allowed to come in as long as they have current student ID. You would tell us how many are in your household, and we actually could easily figure how much food that we could send home with you. Also, in the future, we actually are just now got finalized details that we will be having a Bulldog clothes closet as well on campus.
That would be nice.
Yes, it would. It starts November 29th. And other resources that they could reach out to is, students. I know that they work closely with all of our students, and they should be able to find additional resources if necessary.
That's really cool. I didn't know any of that. Are there any upcoming activities that we can look forward to?
Absolutely. So yes, there are some upcoming activities. We've got some finalized, just not totally confirmed yet. But there are several activities that are actually in the works. I've already reached out and gotten some approval for some stuff to kind of go with those. So yes, there are upcoming activities. The single parents that have already reached out to me actually will be receiving an email sometime this week with some stuff. And the ones that haven't actually could reach out, and we can further get them on a list and be able to get those activities out to them as well.
That's cool. As a single parent, who would you need to reach out to be involved in this?
Okay, Dr. Patsy Parker, which is our temporary VP of Student Affairs, is actually the person that you would need to reach out to. She is a great resource. She's very positive in her feedback. So she would be the one to actually reach out to.
Okay. What advice would you give to single parents here?
Try to stay sane.
Yes.
No, I'm just joking. Live each day to the fullest. Our children are only young one time, and to live each day, if something doesn't feel right, trust your gut. If I'm a single mom. I'm actually now a grandma. And so I totally understand.
Get to spoil all them grandkids.
Yes. I understand totally what single parents are going through. I actually went back and got my associate's degree with my kids being at home. Luckily, I waited till they were a little bit older.
Yeah.
But if you have the resources and you have the backing to be able to finish your degree, get it, finish it. Life is going to take you in so many different directions, but just look back, refocus, and just remember that no matter what, your child's always got your back.
Isn't that the truth? Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're very welcome.
Good afternoon, Bulldogs, and welcome back to this week's sports edition for the Southwestern. My name's Aubin Fippen.
Jake Brown.
And I'm Rachel Masson.
And we're here with Jake, who plays for the baseball team, to kind of talk about this upcoming season. So just have a few questions for you, Jake. With the season coming up so soon, in February is your first game, right? What are you most excited for this season?
Excited to get back on the field. Last season wasn't meeting the expectations that we set for ourselves, and with the talent coming in, it's going to be a much better season, I think. So.
All right. And what are some personal goals that you may have set for yourself, and how do you plan to achieve them?
Personally, I've been injured most of my college career or just not doing very well. So this year I'm hoping to stay healthy and get some innings and help my team win.
All right.
And going off of that, what goals as a team have you guys set for yourselves?
We want to win the GAC championship. Last year we had a pretty high bar and we didn't meet that bar at all. So this year with the talent, once again, that we brought in, we really want to win the GAC and kind of do something special.
And speaking of talent, I know that you guys have been scrimmaging a bit. So with those few scrimmages that you guys have played, what good things have you seen from your teammates?
Once again, we are talented. We're really gritty. We play small ball. That's who we are. That's really it. That's who we are. We're gonna attack people, and we're not gonna give in to anyone. So,
what do you think sets this Bulldogs team specifically this year? Sets them apart from any other team that you guys play, maybe in the GAC? What things sets you guys apart from others?
I think it starts with the coaching staff. Our coaching staff's really gritty. They don't let up on us. They want us to be the best we can be. And obviously we play in Western Oklahoma. The wind's blowing, so we love to just bury teams with the wind and watch them quit in the dugout.
I know that I've heard good things about you guys' head coach and that.
Mhm.
He seems to really care about his players.
Yeah, he really cares about us a lot. He's a really gritty guy. He celebrates when we're winning. He's in the dumps when we're losing. That's just who he is. He's very passionate.
Yeah, that's a good thing to have.
And speaking of other teams in the GAC, who do you think are some of your toughest competition?
Obviously, there's Southern Arc. They're perennial winners. Monticello,
All Arkansas teams.
Arkansas Tech, yeah, all the Arkansas teams for the most part. Henderson, and then like Oklahoma Baptist. Yeah, so there's the GAC's. It's a pretty competitive conference, but I think we have the talent and the mentality to win the whole thing. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jake, for taking time out of your day to sit down and discuss with us.
Yes, thank you.
This has been it for your sports segment this week. And remember, go Dogs.
Hello, Bulldogs. I am here with Lisa Nugent with the Bulldog Clothes Closet. Lisa, how did the Bulldog Clothes Closet come on campus?
Great question. Actually, the clothes closet actually came on campus due to student need and student demand. We noticed that there was a need for clothes everywhere, and sometimes students don't have the resources to be able to actually buy certain clothing. It could be that they've gone up in size or even down in size, and they just don't have the money. Also, the clothes closet partners with the Academic Support Center, and is actually a career closet as well. So we do have clothing that's available in that, and we can give them professional interview clothes.
Oh, that's cool.
And as well as maybe some business casual clothes to last them about 5 days.
Okay. Do you take donations?
Absolutely, we do take donations. It is by appointment only. But we do take gently used clothing, something that doesn't have stains, that kind of thing, or rips or tears. And we do take those clothes. Now, the only thing I know that we do not take, we will not take like underwear, undergarments, that kind of thing. Just that's too personal.
Yes.
But we also do take accessories. We take ties, we take bracelets, we take necklaces. We take shoes.
You don't think about that a lot when you're talking about clothes and getting ready for interviews. You
No.
don't think about that other stuff.
No, you don't.
What is the location and the hours for this?
Great question. So the location is actually going to be in Oklahoma Hall, room 107. We're right down the hall from the Gold program. So when you go in, you'll actually see the Gold programs out on the brick. You'll go through there and you'll able to go down the hallway to see us.
Okay. And the hours for
And
it?
the hours are actually going to be 11 to 1, 5 days a week. Just because we know that that's a good time for kids on campus. They wouldn't have to come after or anything like that. So it'll be 11 to 1, Monday through Friday.
Okay. And do they have a website, Facebook or other social media outlets?
So both of those are actually coming. I have submitted for a website, and the Facebook itself is actually in the process of being approved.
That's cool. Is this just for students?
It is just for students currently. We are making it available to all students. Eventually, I'd like to include faculty and staff that can come and get clothes, but definitely for students right now.
Okay. And are you needing volunteers?
Yes, we will need volunteers. Our opening day is actually November 29th at 11 o'clock. And so I will send out a link to Brian Adler later on so that we can have sign up for volunteers.
Okay. And do you have any advice for students?
Absolutely. So my thing is if you're not dressed appropriately for an interview or for your job, do you really want to work?
Right.
And the interviewer may be looking at them like, okay, yeah, they need this job, but what image will this present as a company wide? Also, the old saying is dress for the position you want. And that if that means dressing professional every day to show that you want to work there, great. Business casual, and a lot more companies are going toward business casual instead of business professional, but always put that first leg out and be dressed to the T. And that's what's good for us, is that we do have that clothing to be able to help somebody. Also, if you are cold, come and see us. We do have some jackets. We will be eventually getting gloves and scarves as well. Oklahoma weather, as the old saying is, give it 5 minutes, it'll change.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're very welcome.
And don't forget to donate your hangers. They are in need of hangers.
Yes, desperate need of hangers.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and we're here on campus to figure out what students and faculty are doing for Thanksgiving break. So could you tell me what you're doing for Thanksgiving break?
We're having our family get together. We're going to do 2 different meals. We're going to do one on Thursday, and we have people working, so we're doing another one on the weekend.
Wow.
I know. That's what you do when you have children.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, so could you tell us what you're doing for Thanksgiving break?
Yeah, I'm going home to see my family, and then I'm going to Dallas for a cousin trip.
Awesome. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi, could you tell me what you're doing for Thanksgiving break?
I am going to be going home and I'm going to be hanging out with my new niece, Macy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And going to be working out and hanging out with some friends.
Hi, can you tell us what you're doing for Thanksgiving break?
Sure. I'm going to be having Thanksgiving dinner with my grandma and my boyfriend. I'm actually going to be in charge of it this year.
Adulting.
Yes, very much so. It'll just be the 3 of us, and it'll be kind of just fun. That and a good dose of homework.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hi, what are you doing for Thanksgiving break?
I will be flying home to San Antonio to see my family and studying for finals.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm cooking, having my daughter come up from Texas and just having a great big meal. We're going to go get my mom from the Binger Nursing Home and bring her and just eat and enjoy.
That sounds awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
wonderful. Thank you. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Bulldogs. I'm here with Lisa Nugent for the Food Pantry at SWOSU. Lisa, how did the Food Pantry come on campus?
Great question. So our Bulldog Food Pantry is actually funded by the CARES Act. So what it is in the CARES Act, there is allocations that are allowed to build a food pantry if one is not on campus. There's a need in Oklahoma. 1 in 4 people actually have food insecurity. Mm-hmm. And it doubles whenever their students go into college. And after a poll was taken, we realized there's close to 40% of our students that truly just does not have food or access to food to be able to eat. And this really helps that and comes to play in helping with that.
What kinds of food does it carry? Are you taking donations?
Yes. So right now we are partnered with the Oklahoma Regional Food Bank, and that's where we get most of our food. And so we have, vegetables, we have fruit, we have cereal, that kind of thing. What normal food pantry and food resource centers have. And yes, we definitely do take donations. If you want to donate in person food that you've bought or food that you've collected, you can actually walk it into the Wellness Center. If we are not there, which our hours vary depending on day, you can actually leave it with the student workers at the front desk. And we just got confirmation that our online link for monetary donations can be made. It is through the SWOSU Foundation. And when you click where you want your money to go, there's actually a drop-down box and it says SWOSU Food Pantry.
That's really cool. That's really neat. I didn't
Yes.
know that. What about the students who stay on campus during holiday?
Good. We know that the grill and the student union and the mark are going to be closed during campus when campus is closed. So students will not have access to actual food. So what they can do is come to the food pantry before we close, and we will actually give them a little bit extra food just to kind of make it through the holiday. I've been in touch with the residential coordinator, which is Jason Barr. And he said about 15 to 20 to 30 students stay on campus. So those people that need access to food can come as well.
That's really cool. You don't think about that a lot of the time.
No, you don't.
What are the location for the food pantry here at SWOSU, and what are the hours
Okay.
for it?
So the location's actually at the Wellness Center. When you walk in, you'll of course have to check in with the front desk. But we are actually the second door on the left, right as you go down around the ramp, and also located near the bathrooms. And our hours are going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Thursdays is 12 to 9. Fridays is 12 to 9. And Saturdays, it'll be 10 to 12. We did change our hours on Friday after a little bit more surveys came in. Instead of 9 to 9, we're now open 12 to 9.
Okay. Do you guys have a website, Facebook, or other social media outlets?
We do. Actually, our website got approved last week, and it's already up and running. And that is at swasu.edu/food pantry. Also, we do have a Facebook page, and it's called Bulldog Food Pantry.
Okay. And is this food pantry just for students?
Currently, underneath the CARES Act, it is just for students. We're hoping that once the CARES Act expires, we're going to be able to open it to faculty and staff as well. But currently, it's for students who have a student ID. You do not have to just live on campus to come. If you live off campus and you're a student, you're more than welcome to come grab food.
Okay. Are you guys needing volunteers?
Absolutely. What organization doesn't need a volunteer?
And you get volunteer hours.
Yes, you do. So right now on our Facebook page, there is a link that you can go into. It's called Sign Up Genius. Brian Adler sent out an email last week saying that we need volunteers, and it's also on Canvas. If you go underneath the scroll down to the volunteer page or public relations announcements, it's actually there. If you're part of an organization such as football, baseball, a sorority, fraternity, or any of our wonderful clubs on campus, I actually report all of those hours back to your, I want to say, president, director, or coach. And every week I will send a spreadsheet with your hours on it. So that way you guys can get volunteer hours.
Awesome. Do you have any advice for students?
I do. I am a single mom, and even though my kids are now grown, I always tell my kids, do not go hungry. If there's something in my fridge, come and get it. If there's something in my cabinet, come and get it. Well, I'm telling this to the students. If you're hungry, come and get it, because we do have food that we would love to give to you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're very welcome.